Psychology tells us that people who find it hard to make friends aren't damaged, aren't socially defective, and aren't the issue. The reality is that navigating social landscapes feels more draining, more overwhelming, and more intricate than it does for the average person. If you've spent countless years trying to build or sustain friendships, it's not a reflection of your worth. There are genuine psychological explanations for this, and they run much deeper than surface assumptions suggest. 1. You can't tolerate inauthentic behavior. Consider this carefully. How often have you plastered on a smile during meaningless chit-chat, internally counting down the seconds until escape? People who find friendship challenging typically detect dishonesty within moments. Backstabbing, pretense, manufactured personas, your mind registers all of it. Studies reveal that as our emotional intelligence develops, our patience for superficial interactions plummets. You'd choose solitude over wasting another second feigning interest in hollow exchanges. Most social groups overflow with individuals who act friendly while harboring hidden criticism. Your intuition catches subtle deception, concealed motives, and false charm almost immediately. That's why your inner circle remains limited, not because you're antisocial, but because you protect your mental sanctuary and emotional reserves. You've likely encountered acquaintances or colleagues who appear pleasant but leave you feeling drained. For you, authenticity is essential. If someone can't offer that, they simply don't belong in your world. 2. You seek genuine connection, not surface-level chatter. Have you ever stood in a crowded space feeling utterly alone? That happens because trivial conversations don't stimulate your consciousness. You want to discuss philosophy, emotions, purpose, and aspirations, not weather and weekend plans. Surface talk feels like squandered energy because your psyche is designed to pursue substance. You don't just want company, you want people who resonate with your soul. And until that appears, quietness often feels more comforting than forced interaction. This reality can sting. You observe others forming effortless bonds while you remain on the outside. But this isn't incompetence or social failure. It's that your neurological wiring demands meaningful exchange, and those moments are genuinely scarce. 3. You overanalyze every social encounter. Do you mentally replay dialogues hours or even weeks afterward? People who struggle with friendship often possess exceptionally active cognitive processes. You dissect what you expressed, how it landed, and whether it conveyed your true intentions. Psychological research demonstrates that highly self-aware individuals can become intensely self-conscious during social exchanges. Rather than flowing naturally, your consciousness evaluates every inflection, movement, and facial cue. This constant analysis generates internal tension, transforming even relaxed conversations into mental marathons. You're not running from friendship, your brain simply never stops processing. 4. You value quality over quantity in relationships. While others collect contacts like trophies, you understand something fundamental. One authentic friend outweighs 100 superficial ones. Research in social psychology shows that relationship satisfaction correlates far more with depth than breadth. You're not interested in filling your social calendar with empty obligations. You want relationships that nourish your spirit and challenge your growth. This selective approach means fewer connections, but the ones you form carry profound significance. You'd rather have 3 people who truly know you than 30 who only know your surface. 5. Your independence is your superpower. Many confuse self-sufficiency with isolation, but you've mastered the art of self-companionship, navigating challenges independently and discovering peace within your own existence. Psychologists identify this as low social reliance. You draw validation from internal sources rather than constantly seeking external affirmation or attention. This doesn't indicate coldness, it reveals resilience. You'd rather wait patiently for aligned souls than sacrifice your authenticity for acceptance. That's why your inner circle is intentionally curated, not accidentally empty. 6. You've outgrown surface-level friendships. Think about the friendships you had years ago. Many were built on proximity, shared circumstances, or simple convenience. But as you've evolved, your standards have elevated. What once felt like connection now feels insufficient. You've experienced personal growth that many haven't matched, developing interests, values, and perspectives that require a different caliber of companion. This isn't arrogance, it's evolution. Your mind has expanded beyond gossip and drama into territory that requires intellectual and emotional maturity. The friendships that once sustained you now feel like clothes you've outgrown, and that's perfectly natural. 7. Social engagement depletes your energy reserves rapidly. Do you feel completely exhausted after interactions that seem effortless for everyone else? That's because your nervous system processes information more intensely. Even basic social contact demands simultaneous processing of vocal patterns, physical signals, environmental context, and emotional undercurrents. While socially energized people recharge through interaction, your reserves deplete significantly faster. That's why solitude isn't merely preferable, it's absolutely necessary for your well-being. 8. You need substantial time to develop trust. Unlike people who befriend others instantly, you operate on a different timeline. Trust for you isn't given freely. It's earned gradually through consistent behavior, demonstrated reliability, and proven character. Attachment research shows that some individuals develop secure bonds more slowly, not from dysfunction, but from wisdom. You've learned that rushing into friendships often leads to disappointment, so you observe, you assess, you wait. This protective mechanism isn't paranoia, it's psychological self-preservation. The people who earn your trust discover something remarkable, a friendship built on genuine foundation rather than impulsive connection. 9. You possess an exceptionally vivid interior reality. All these characteristics, analytical thinking, emotional depth, heightened sensitivity, self-reliance, might complicate the friendship process, but they also indicate something beautiful. You inhabit a more textured internal reality than most people experience. You perceive subtleties, contemplate profoundly, and experience emotions with remarkable intensity. When friendships finally form, they're not casual or disposable, they're rare, substantial, and enduring. Here's what matters most. Difficulty forming friendships doesn't signal personal deficiency. It reveals that your consciousness operates uniquely, with greater profundity, sensitivity, and awareness than conventional wisdom acknowledges. You feel intensely, you think comprehensively, you connect authentically, and authentic people rarely discover friendship instantaneously. But when genuine connection emerges, those bonds transcend a lifetime. Sometimes the people who struggle most with social connection become friends everyone treasures most deeply. If you're seeking more psychological insights that eliminate your authentic self, subscribe now because the upcoming content might articulate something about your inner world you've sensed but never fully understood.